Hey everybody, it's James Freeman. Today's video is about high-speed police pursuits. Are they necessary in order to stop criminals, or just another example of how police have an ability to make any bad situation worse?
Out in the middle, going towards the school. Okay, we're going through the grass here.
Modesto police say they were after two men from the Bay Area who allegedly stole a vehicle and ran away from police. Gil was a landscaper, the sole provider for his family. Another hardworking father was killed too, Melchor Leyva, a construction worker. Both dads were killed just a day before Father's Day. Now,
Glendale, Wisconsin, September 30th, 2021. At 3:17 p.m., a blue Hyundai Elantra is reported stolen from a parking lot. Just minutes later, at 3:25 p.m., the vehicle is spotted and a pursuit ensues.
Northbound on Fort Road, speeds are about 60, coming up to, it's going through, weaving through traffic. I think it may have struck a car. It's still northbound on it's eastbound on Henry Clay. 768 Glendale squads are in pursuit of a blue Hyundai Elantra. It's going to be northbound on Mohawk. Speeds are roughly 40 on the second car in pursuit. There's no pedestrian traffic. Roads are clear and dry. Still northbound on Mohawk. Still northbound, and it's going to be westbound on Richter.
So I think that most of us can agree that nobody likes a thief. Nobody wants their car stolen, or any of their property for that matter. And if their property is stolen, I think most of us would like to retrieve our property as quickly as possible, in as good of condition as possible. In a later interview, the Glendale police told reporters that they constantly evaluate these high-speed chases to determine whether the outcome or possible outcome is even worthwhile, depending on the potential danger it causes. During this pursuit, the Glendale Police Department determined that it was definitely worthwhile to chase a fully insured stolen vehicle while it drove on sidewalks while children are getting out of school. So I have had a car stolen before. All of my cars are replaceable. All of my property is replaceable. A human life is not replaceable. I would be absolutely furious if police chased the person who stole my car, risking the lives of everyone around them. You see, it's not at all that I'm okay with people stealing other people's property. It's that there's other ways to deal with things. Most of the time, the reason that police are being reckless and dangerous is because they fail to think and they fail to plan. It seems like almost everything they do is either about their ego or about them being an adrenaline junkie at everyone else's expense. What you see here is a technique used by proactive police officers to recover a stolen vehicle with very minimal damage and without risking the lives of everyone on the road. What they'll do is when they spot a stolen vehicle, instead of flipping their lights on and engaging in that adrenaline-pumping high-speed chase, they will simply calmly follow the vehicle around until it comes to a stop. At which point, they'll use multiple units to box the vehicle in, making it impossible for them to flee. So if you're an adrenaline junkie, it won't get you that fix, but it will recover the stolen property while not risking the lives of everyone.
8, I'm getting through traffic. It's still northbound on Fort Road. I'm now lead car. It's northbound on Ford, just past Silver Spring. I believe its speeds are about 70. It's weaving through traffic. Medium traffic here.
794, I'll call it. We're continuing northbound on Fort Washington. Coming up the bender here in a little bit. We've got moderate to heavy traffic continuing northbound. I 18 dispatch, but I want me to lead. 50, and I got 6, they're coming, 6, they're coming.
768, I lost it. I'm passing Corrigan. I believe it's still northbound. Stand by. And it looks like it might go east on Devon. Disregard, it's west on Bender, west on Bender.
Mileage,
in the far right lane around going around traffic. Far right lane around traffic. Good six. You westbound. 706, we are westbound on Bender approaching Green Bay. We have a positive stick hit. We got heavy smoke. We're passing the parkway. We are northbound on the parkway from Bender Road. Northbound on the parkway, speeds about 50. We got a fair amount of pedestrian traffic, but it's off the road. We're catching up. We have a positive stick. Okay, he's smoking heavily. We are going to go westbound. Westbound on, I believe it's Rochelle. We'll be coming out to Green Bay. He's smoking pretty good.
4 occupants.
We're going to be going southbound on Green Bay. Southbound on Green Bay. Dispatch, that plate come back and stolen. Westbound on Brandwood, cars passing Garden Wall. Just blew the stop sign. Westbound on Brandwood. Passing Pine Street, approaching Outlaw. Still westbound, approaching Bethmauer. Went through the stop sign, speeds about 60. Okay, we're going to be southbound on Bethmauer. He's going through the park. He's going to be coming back out in the middle. He's going towards the school. Okay, we're going through the grass here. 706 terminate. We got kids. Okay, he's going to be coming out on the range line.
The department later lied to the news media, claiming that they terminated the pursuit once it entered school property. According to the Milwaukee Journal-Sentinel, police claimed that they pursued the vehicle until it drove across the soccer field at Glen Hills Middle School. But the video clearly shows that police still pursued the vehicle across the soccer field and through children as they were getting out of school. Allegedly, Sergeant Todd Lynch said officers have to balance the need to apprehend suspects against the dangers created of a high-speed chase. That's something that officers evaluate consistently and constantly throughout a pursuit, he said. In this pursuit specifically, the officer that was pursuing, once the vehicle went onto the field, terminated the pursuit. Actually, we shut down all our emergency equipment once the driver of the vehicle decided they were going to drive this way and put these people in danger. While it was true that the lead vehicle disengaged, the second vehicle in the pursuit chased right across the soccer field and into the school.
Shit.
Fuck.
Northbound on range line. I'm going to reinitiate. You just went to a damn playground.
Fuck this. Come on, man.
We're northbound on range line. I'm primary now.
She's clearly upset that kids are in danger, but I highly doubt that she will ever admit that these children are in danger because of her. She initiated this pursuit, rather than waiting to recover the vehicle at a time and place that would be safer. Not only that, but, spoiler alert, by the time the property is recovered at the end of this reckless pursuit, it's destroyed and of little to no use to anyone. Again, I'm not saying that it was right for this guy to steal a vehicle, but we expect criminals to have little to no regard for life, liberty, and property. We don't expect this reckless disregard for human life from those who claim to be protecting and serving.
Now, east on Apple Tree. East on Apple Tree, passing Crestwood, speeds are 80. Alright, we're going to be going back on Atwall. North on Atwall, gonna come out to Green Tree. We're hitting Green Tree now, stand by. And actually we're gonna go west on Daphne Road, west on Daphne. Trying a pit in the 2100 block of Daphne. No pit, we're still westbound. Speeds are 70, roads are clear.
So now we're in a residential area doing 70 miles an hour attempting a pit maneuver. How would you guys feel if this was your neighborhood? How would you feel knowing that you can't even let your kids play out in their own front yard because there's a risk of cops flying down the road at 70 miles an hour trying to wreck vehicles out? And how do you feel about the irony that the whole reason they're doing this is because this property is stolen, and so they want to return it to the person that it's been stolen from? What good is a totaled vehicle to anybody? This is just another classic example that there's no human situation so bad that it cannot be made worse by the presence of a police officer.
Here on Atwall and Green Tree, passing Daphne, coming up to Green Tree. Losing control, we're going east on Green Tree Road from Atwall. East on Green Tree, approaching Port Road, speeds are 50. Going through the green light, roads are clear and dry, northbound on Green Bay, crash, Green Bay and Port.
So while this particular chase didn't end in any innocent victims being harmed, I would say that the chase overall was a net loss. The actual victim who had their car stolen didn't actually get their car recovered. After all, it's a total loss. But oftentimes, the end results are even worse than this, with innocent bystanders being injured or even killed.
Police were chasing a suspect in a possible stolen truck when witnesses say that driver went through a red light and killed another driver.
A 75-year-old man known as Doc to his friends and loved ones.
He was killed last week when his van took a deadly impact from someone driving more than 100 miles an hour in an effort to escape police.
Peter, as his family called him, was killed just before 2 a.m. on Saturday morning. Modesto police say they were after two men from the Bay Area who allegedly stole a vehicle and ran away from police. Another hardworking father was killed too, Melchor Leyva, a construction worker who labored every day for his 4 young kids.
Both dads were killed just a day before Father's.
The family of Linnell Frazier returned to the area where a Minneapolis police squad crashed into his car. It happened during a police chase, killing the 40-year-old.
This morning looks at the deadly toll from police chases. From 1979 through 2013, they killed more than 11,500 people, including more than 5,000 who were not even behind the wheel.
And our other big story tonight, a black pickup truck fleeing from police during rush hour creates a huge wreck.
And this involved multiple cars and killed a young woman who was an innocent bystander.